What's good, y'all? Before we begin, I want to start us off with a very basic, simple, elementary reminder that anyone can use in their spiritual journey. It's applicable no matter where you are in your journey, right? And that very simple reminder is to remain humble. Now we're going to talk about this for a little bit, and then we'll go on to the manifestation talk. But I really want to get this into everybody's brain real quick. You know, no matter how much you've learned, no matter how many spells you've casted, no matter how many spells you've lifted, no matter how many hexes you've broken, no matter how many generational curses, no matter how much abundance you've manifested into your life, no matter how much love you've manifested into your world, no matter how much intelligence you've brought into your world, no matter how much you learn, in the grand scheme of things, we are all babies out here in this spiritual game. So no matter how much you've learned, you should never, and this is something I've had to learn the hard way and the easy way from time to time, but you should never look down on people that don't have the similar education, the similar lessons learned as you. How are you going to look down on someone that just got a completely different batch of lessons? This is what they got. This is what you got. You got Captain Crunch. They got Cinnamon Toast Crunch. You see what I'm saying? It's like then someone over there got Raisin Bran Crunch, since we're keeping the crunches. But nevertheless, how you gonna joke them for not having crunch berries the same way that they could joke you for not having raisins? You know what I'm saying? Oh, you don't have cinnamon, y'all shit? Oh, man, y'all lacking, bro. Y'all ain't on my level. No, they're just different. No one is above or below. It's just different. And that's just something that you have to be reminded of. But not even with people. For me personally, I am always finding myself being humbled by life itself, by the universe itself, right? And that's where I guess we'll call that the nice little segue into my story. You know, with me like practicing mental alchemy, with me talking about manifestation, law of attraction, law of liberty, law of assumption, law of polarity, law of correspondence, law of gender, all these different types of things, all these universal laws out there, with me starting to apply them and like understand them in a more deeper, more of an understanding of these principles, you know, there's a time where I think I got everything figured out. But the universe is more creative than me. Life itself is more creative than I am. Therefore, it can bring things into my physical reality in a way that I didn't see coming. I could be looking for it, hawking it, looking for everything's coming from a mile away, and I'll just miss it and then just slap me in the back. Oh, well, hello. And then I have to turn around because I was looking in all the wrong direction, thinking I knew something, right? So let me go ahead and share this story with y'all real quick. So this morning I woke up at 3 o'clock. I'm trying to get back on that schedule. Wake up at 3 o'clock. I used to be 4, and I started slacking with work and all that type of stuff. But while I'm on break, while I'm doing what I'm doing, 3 o'clock is when I wake up voluntarily to get some stuff done, get some studying, get some stretching, whatever it is I feel like doing. That's what I'm gonna do in that time. So this morning's chore was to just clean up my apartment, but super clean it, like, you know, make sure everything is spick and span. If someone came up in here, they would think it's an open house. You know what I'm saying? So I was cleaning out one of my drawers, and I was finding a whole bunch of stuff that I just like threw in there through different points in my life. But ironically though, this one was actually a little bit closer to home. Like this was actually like a few months ago, and it just shows how the universe always hears you. There was a time where I was getting very frustrated with my job at the time. You know, like I was getting very frustrated, and then I was just dreaming of leaving. Like I was just like, yo, I can't wait to get up out of here. I can't wait to just retire. I'm done. Yo, fuck corporate America. Fuck all this. I hate all this, blah, blah. So I'm gonna manifest my way out of here. And one of the things that I reintroduced to myself was scripting, right? Now, I don't do it too often. Every once in a while I might do it, but for the most part, I don't really write the things over and over and over. If it works for you, it works for you. There's nothing wrong with it. This is just my swag. I'm Captain Crunch, you Cinnamon Toast Crunch, all right? I'm Captain Crunch over here. You know what I'm saying? I do things the way I want to do it. But every once in a while, it feels good to get my thoughts down on a piece of paper, right? So what I did was I wrote the most condescending, passive-aggressive, what's the word I'm looking for? The 2 weeks notice note, the letter that you send your company when you know you're about to leave, right? I can't think of the word right now. Resignation letter, right? So I wrote down, like, this is months ago, like probably like early June, you know, like I was writing my resignation letter, and I dated it June 6th, and that's gonna be very important, you know. So like, when I was doing this thing, I was writing, I was just like, yeah, blah, 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 blah. I don't like the way that you did this. This is terrible. Oh my gosh, why would you do this? Blah, 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 blah. But I wrote it in a lot more professional type of way. But that was the essence of what I was getting across. But I signed it and everything. June 6th, letter, signed my name. And this is something I just read to myself from time to time until I just felt I didn't feel the need to read it anymore. And eventually ended up on a notepad that's got buried into some papers and stuff like that. So as I was cleaning up this morning, I found that same notepad. And what I realized was my official last day at that company was June 6th. Months and months and months ahead ago, I wrote this letter to my company. Like date, name, letter, signed it. And I forgot about it. And it just so happens, coincidentally, that my final end date, months and months and months later, was June 6th. Sometimes the universe is going to humble you with a very hard, very painful lesson to really get the message across. And sometimes it's like, hey, that's what you asked for, right? There you go. You didn't bother me. You didn't keep questioning if I was going to do it right. You didn't have all this doubt. You damn near forgot about it. When you forgot about it, when you stepped out of my way as the universe, when you stepped out of my way, I was able to help you. That's one of the key things to manifestation. We'll talk about this in a separate video, but there's the 3 basic steps to manifestation: visualization, or scripting, whatever, reprogramming the subconscious mind. For me, I visualize. Give the scene in your mind all the tones of sensory vividness. Just as real as I'm sitting out here at this park right now. Wherever scene that you're trying to see yourself in, see yourself there fully. Smell things, hear things, taste things. What are people doing around you? What are they saying, right? For example, I'm getting a little bit ahead of myself, but nevertheless, step 1-1. One of the things that I do is I manifest at the end. So when I visualize something, I go straight to the end. I imagine, you could do what you want to do, but I imagine me already having whatever it is I want to manifest, right? So for example, let's just say I wanted to catch a home run baseball at a baseball game, right? Me personally, I wouldn't see the batter coming up to the plate, seeing him winding up, seeing strike 1, strike 2, foul 1, foul 2. No, what I'm seeing myself in the car driving away from the baseball stadium with the ball in my hand, and everyone in the car with me saying, yo, I can't believe you caught that. Oh my gosh. That's what's impressing my subconscious mind. You see what I'm saying? Once your subconscious mind believes something to be true, your physical reality has no choice but to begin to reflect that. Now, sometimes there's a delay process with this. So when you start to reprogram your mind, you're doing what you got to do, whether you believe it one and done or you believe to consistently keep feeding it energy, find your swag. I do both. But what you are now doing, once you implant the subconscious mind, you get put on what's called the bridge of incident, which is just a series of life events that get you from A to Z, right? And then and once you get spit out the end, you're always going to realize, yo, wait, all of that led me up to this point. If I hadn't spoken to that person, I would have never gone here. If that person hadn't cut me off in the road, I wouldn't have slammed on my brakes right at this red light where this person ran through. Whoa, wait a minute. All this type of stuff seems like it's working for me, not against me. The only reason manifestation, the only reason universe, the only reason life itself is working against you is because you're standing in the way. Go find you a nice fast flowing river and put your hand in and just flow with it. You see how easily your hand just goes with it? Boom. Easy. Now now put your hand in the water and just hold your hand there. Don't you feel all that resistance? Because you are in the way of all the streams flowing into your life. You're the one that's in the way. You're the one that's causing all that resistance. Everything in this world is you. These people over there, that person over there, that person over there, that tree, this grass is all me. It's all you. We are all one. The grass is you. The grass is me. The air is you. The air is me. Don't we share the same air? When we're breathing in the same room, we have quite literally exhaled and inhaled the same air. We are sharing resources because we are all compatible with one another. You see what I'm saying? This is what's going on at the grand scheme of things. These are the things that I don't even have the biggest understanding, but I get little sparks and little snippets of it. I'm just coming back down to share it with y'all. It's like, oh yeah, step 3, receive your manifestation. Cool. And you got to go through all the steps. But nevertheless, step 1, imagine. Step 2, bridge of incident. Step 3, receive. The only reason that you're not receiving is, number 1, you're quite literally not ready for what you think you are. Number 2, you're in your own way. Or number 3, you're not imagining yourself with the proper levels of emotion. Neville Goddard said to himself that feeling is the secret. Emotion. Once y'all understand the power of emotion, energy in motion, You start to realize how all these accidents happens when people get upset. When people get mad, what happens? That's a lot of energy being riled up, right? And a lot of us only know how to express that anger via physical means, breaking something, hurting somebody else, hurting yourself. Especially, I don't condone all the above. You know what I'm saying? There's other ways to channel this. This is why I practice mental alchemy. Because let's just say, if me on my YouTube, right? If I have someone show up and say some stupid shit to me, then like all I'm going to do is turn that negativity into something positive. Thank you for all of that energy. I'm going to go use it in my own world. See, you thought you were fighting against me. Nah, I put you inadvertently on my team, and all that bad energy you're sending in my back is just pushing me forward in the direction that I want to go. Once you understand that you have this much power over your life, there's nothing that can stop you. The little words that the small man says to you cannot harm you. You know, Susan in accounting that's always being on your ass and annoying you. Don't react to her. Change your image of her in your mind. Might sound crazy, but that's a lot better than getting caught up and going to jail because you wanted to smack someone, you wanted to throw a stapler at the back of her head. I'm just saying. You know what I'm saying? Change the image of people in your mind. Because your world can only reflect what you believe in your mind. So Stacy in accounting could be very annoying. But if you begin to say, wait a minute, she's expressing a bunch of anger towards me. She's expressing a lot of hostility, a lot of jealousy, a lot of conniving, whatever. Wait, if she's expressing that to me, that means she's the source of that anger, jealousy, envy, whatever word that you choose to throw in there. If she's the source, wait a minute, what's going on in her life that she feels that this is the best way to express herself? If she's expressing anger to me, that means she's angry in her own life. I have no reason to be mad at the things that she's saying to me then, because even though I said be humble, I'm above that. I'm above that. And if she wants to rise with me and stand on an equal footing with me, then hey, she's welcome. But if she wants to be negative towards me, say less. Now, once again, Susan is just a random person. There's nothing going on in my life because my life is peachy right now. But, but nevertheless, the mind is very powerful. And you can change everything in your mind. You know what? I think I'm about to start just making a whole bunch of videos in that regard. So to the next one. Peace.